In today's video, we're going to talk about fear. But you might be asking me, what is fear? All of us know what fear is, but what's really fear? Is it real? Is it something outside that you're afraid of? Fear is this, yes, it's this feeling of afraidness that you have inside yourself. But why is that? Is it just something, is there a monster outside that you're just afraid of? You just can't go and fight it? But that's not true. There's no monsters outside. They're just life. But still you're afraid to go to the next level. And when you really look and you really get deep down, there's only one thing that really stops people from going to the next level in their life. And that thing is this fear, this 4-letter word, F-E-A-R, fear. And fear is just false evidence appearing real. That's how my mentor, Tony Robbins, he uses to describe it. It's false evidence appearing real because it's not real. It's not something external, like it exists in the external world, but it is real. It seems real to you because it exists over here. You see, your mind, first of all, our minds, they're a beautiful device, a beautiful device. But what we have done in our life is that we have just so many stimulus, so many pain, so many painful events that we have stored like literally garbage in here. And that garbage, it wants us that it's like a TV screen. And then and TV screen, whenever something that gets triggered and it fears you, you see all of that inside of your mind. Like you're sitting there, you're watching it and, oh my gosh, this is happening and I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe I'm this fearful. And it's real for you. Our mind is so powerful that whatever you imagine, it's real for the mind. Whatever you imagine. So you can use that in good ways and you can use that in bad ways. You can imagine like really good scenarios happening and you can be all happy and all ecstatic, but you can also imagine all bad scenarios happening and nothing else will be really happening in your life. But what you will be doing is just you'll be getting sad and frustrated and angry and depressed. And what we do is like an event happens in our life and it's this small, but our mind makes us this big based on our past experiences, based on the garbage that we have just stored inside. So let's talk about fear. Again, I told you why fear is there, what's there. We as human beings, we have two deepest fears. And that fear is, I am not enough. And if I am not enough, I won't be loved. So I want to talk to you about fear of rejection. We are stopped by fear. That's why we are not successful. That's why we just can't get to the next level. But what we all fear most is the fear of not rejection, but the fear of not being loved. And it's the same, it's like matching to rejection. If you feel like somebody rejects you, you feel like you are not loved by them. Isn't that true? That's why we are all just so fearful. But the truth is, if you want to go to the next level, then let me just break it down for you. It's simple. Let's not just complicate it. It's extremely simple. If you want to go to the next level, there's only one way. You have to let go of the things that are bringing you down. Because if you push, it's going to be really painful for you, right? You're going to be just pushed from the opposite directions. That's not what you want. And if you want to go up, just let go of these fears that are holding you. They're just ideas in your mind, as I explained to you. They're not real things. They're not existent on the outside. They're just ideas that you have had in your life. And now they're just so big that you are afraid to do that thing in the real world. You know what's the biggest fear that most people have? 90% of people say that they're fearful of public speaking. And they're fearful of public speaking just because, and they're so fearful of public speaking that they prefer death over public speaking. That's how real fear is. But okay, like you must be saying to me, okay, you have made me really fearful about fear. What now? Give me the answer. So the answer is this. Fear of rejection is what's stopping you. Fear of other people's opinion and this fear of rejection. Like if you do something new, if you make that shift, you go all in on your new plan, or you just abandon this life you have and go for a new life, you're gonna get rejected by the people who are around you. And you don't want that. Nobody loves that. Even I did not. Actually, here's my story. I did not start on my ideas, on my dreams, just because I thought they're just too different. They're just too unique, and they were. From normal people, they were just so unique and different. But I would not start just because I thought I would just offend these guys. And I loved those people. But then I thought I would just offend them and I'll get rejected and they won't believe in me. And then I didn't start. That was my life until I had to let go of that. You see, first step, the very first thing you got to do with this is you have to accept that you have to let go. You know, what we do is that we try to validate in our mind. Whenever we come with a new idea and people don't agree with it, people don't believe it, we come up with a new idea and we say, oh, okay, maybe if I do this and then that, maybe some people in my family they'll believe it. Maybe my friends, then they will believe it. If I just place this in this kind of a dish and I just spray some sprinkles on it and then I present them, maybe then they'll believe it. But they won't, because the idea is the same, right? And what we do is we waste so much of our time that we can use in action, that we can use in actually taking steps toward that goals, towards the making that goal or that dream a reality. But we waste so much of our time making that single person understand that okay, here's the thing, you gotta believe in me, you gotta do this. It's like you have a business, you have a company, and you ignore like 90% of the population, and you go for the 10% of the people, 10% of your customer, and who don't really buy from you, who are just like, you know, you go and you knock on their door and you say, okay, this is my product, you want to buy this? No. And what you do again and again and again and again is you just go to the same doors, people who have rejected you. You go to the same doors and you say them, okay, here's this, please buy this. They're not going to buy from you. Like, come on. If you really want to do real business, if you really want to make some profit, you got to change those doors. Same way, you got to change those ideas. You got to change, not the people. And this is hard sometimes because you really love those people. If I asked you, whose rejection did you fear the most? I guarantee you the answer that you come up with is somebody you really love. Somebody you really love, or somebody you really care about, or it's the same from the other person. That person really loves you and cares about you. But you see, I'm not here to blame them or blame you. If you're having fear, I'm not here to say that person is wrong or you are right, or that's this and that's that. What I'm here to explain is, you see, the reason people don't really accept your ideas is because we're all different, right? We have all these different experiences in our life. We have had our own experiences. We have had our own lessons. We have had our own pains. We have had our own moments. And from those moments, we have our own different idea of consciousness. Our consciousness, it just shines on different objects. And what you see might not be the same as other person see. So if you just go and you say, okay, just believe this, believe me, believe that, and all of that, you're just wasting your time. You can just use that time in really action. And here's the part you're really going to love. The second thing is success stacks. What is success stacks? When you are going for success, it's going to take you challenges. It's going to take you problems. And, you know, let me just tell you a story. There's this comedian, like really, really just great comedian. Let's say it's Kevin Hart, because I love Kevin Hart so much. Kevin Hart, he's on the Netflix stage. He did a Netflix show. I really loved it. You must go watch it. So he's on this Netflix stage, and what he's doing is he's just presenting in a crowd of, let's say, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 people. And in this crowd, the crowd is really laughing. He's throwing off jokes. He's doing all kind of crazy stuff, and people are really loving him. And one guy in the audience, me, I'm sitting there being a joke, and I say, oh my God, what a lucky life Kevin has. But if you see the journey of Kevin was like really down. Kevin really planned his jokes. And most of the time in the start, when he got on the stage, he was booed out of the stage. Nobody loved him. Nobody admired him. People were like really hating him. People were saying, okay, and you know what? The best thing is his family and his friends, they were all saying, Kevin, just leave it. You're never going to be a comedian. You're never going to be an actor. Just, have you thought about this job? I mean, this is more secure. Just go here, do this. What if Kevin started to explain every guy there, like, okay, I'm gonna do this and this and this, and then I'm gonna be a favorite comedian. Then I'm gonna be the best comedian the planet Earth ever has, and then you're gonna believe in me. You're gonna watch me, and then this and this and this. He would just be wasting his time, right? But he has this extremely hard journey. He has failed again and again and again. And after 100 times, after 1,000 times, he has risen up and now he is on that Netflix stage. And if I say, oh my gosh, what a lucky life Kevin has. What a lucky life. He has gone through all the challenges. He has paid his success tax. That's what a success tax is. So the next time, please, next time you're going to get rejected, I want you to get excited because you're paying your success tax, right? You are paying your success tax. There are people who are rejecting you. Like, come on, that's something to be excited about because people are really rejecting you, meaning you have something different, meaning you have something unique going on inside. Meaning if you execute on that, those people who reject you today, they're going to be your audience. They're going to cheer for you a year from now. They're going to cheer from you 10 years from now if you continue on that idea. So this was my story. I was really afraid of my parents. If my parents knew what I was doing, like, oh my gosh, creating videos, thinking about entrepreneurship, what is wrong with this guy? And then my teachers, and then my friends. I was really afraid of these three things. I'm just kidding. These three groups of people in my life. If they knew about what I was doing, I was like, out of here, man. But do you know what? I stopped caring. I stopped caring what my parents would say. I stopped caring what my teachers would say. I stopped caring what my friends would say. And I thought, if I am really, if I really believe in myself, why do I even care about other people's opinion? How many persons is it going to take for you to believe in your own idea? Just one, right? And who's that one person? That's you. That's you for yourself. That was me for myself. Because when I started believing all the other things, they're second nature. The first thing is you believing in your ideas, you believing in your life, you believing in where you're headed. These are the keys. Just start practicing them. First is just stop validating it. And just to be really clear, I don't say let go of these people. When I say let go of these ideas, I don't mean let go of these people. I just say just stop listening to the rejection. Stop listening, stop taking it in, and also stop fighting it. Because now you know that person has different experiences in life, that person has different ideas, and you have different ones. They don't have to match, you don't have to fight him. And all the person you need to believe in your idea is just one. It's you. So why are you fighting with him? Why do you want to make him believe in your idea? And if you need somebody else other than you to believe in your idea, then your idea or your plan or your strategy, whatever that is, or your vision, it's just not strong enough. It's not compelling enough. You have to make it compelling. When it's compelling, you are going to believe in it. You're going to know that it is something that you really, really want. Now you don't need anybody else. And if you have somebody else, that's great. If you have somebody else who cheers for you, who supports you, and who does not doubt you, that's great. But you don't have to go on and just beg everybody else that please cheer for me, please just be there for me. No, you have to be there for yourself. You have to believe yourself. And if you don't believe yourself, how are those people going to? If you if you make the mistake of going to these people and say, okay, please, I beg you, believe me, because I'm real, they would never, ever, ever in a million years, just because you don't believe in yourself. If you believed in yourself, you would have never gone to that person in the first place. And the next thing is, if you really find yourself having some haters, if you find yourself having some people who are rejecting your ideas, who are making fun of you, making fun is also kind of like rejecting, right? So who are making fun of you, who are rejecting you, who are doing all of these things, horrible things, what I want you to do is be excited, get excited, because people are really noticing you. And the second thing is, you have come up with something different. There's this rule of marketing which says that if you have not offended one person today in marketing, if you have not offended a person, you must be doing something wrong in your marketing. You have to change your strategy, change your plan, because you're not offending anyone. So if you're not offending anyone, or if you're not getting some form of rejection from any other person, then you must be doing something wrong. Because right? Because if you have come up with something new, if you have something unique, you're gonna get rejection. That's just a part of life, and you have to just accept to let it go and be excited about it whenever it comes. True story. I got a hater in my Instagram. I made this Instagram story, and then I posted it, and I don't know who that guy was, but he looked at my story and he made fun of my voice. Really, the way I was speaking, he made fun of my English. He cursed at me. He abused me, and that was like I have had haters before as well, but this was like the real, like the next level kind of hater. So at first I was like shocked. I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? And that was the reaction phase. And then after 5 minutes, not 5 or maybe 2 minutes, I was saying, oh, what am I even doing? Why do I need this person's validation? Why do I need somebody else to say that, okay, your voice is good, or your story is good, or your message is good? Why do I need to have somebody else to say that to me? And you know what I did? I got excited about it. I walked up, I stood in front of the mirror, and I said to myself, okay, Ari Armugan, you must be proud of yourself because you have offended someone. You must be proud of yourself. You must be excited because you have got a hater. Come on. Like, that's a real hater. You have a hater, he hates you, meaning you're on the upward spiral, meaning you're paying your success tax, meaning you're getting there. A lot of my friends, they don't support me, right? They don't support my ideas, they don't support the way I do stuff. And you know, when they started, I really cared about those people, those friends of mine. And when they started to make fun of me, I was like, this is ridiculous. But then I also was like, I got excited because I knew that I am on the right path, that I am paying my success tax. That's what you and I, we need to do if you're on the right path. So stop fearing rejection. Stop fearing rejection because it's no good.